This playthrough is rated E10+.
The Avengers! Captain America! Iron Man! Vision! Hawkeye!
You cannot beat me. Avengers assemble!
The Avengers!
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with a special How Many Quarters? It's the 4th of July special of it. Yeah, it's Captain America and the Avengers, created by, well, not Captain America itself, but Data East created this game back in 1991. This is the arcade version, the 4-player version. Or, actually, I'm not sure on this cabinet specifically. I think it might only be 2 players. But, anyway, yeah, it's Captain America and the Avengers. You can play as, it's a standard, beat 'em up arcade style game where you can play as Captain America, Tony Stark as Iron Man, the Vision, and Hawkeye. Yeah, Vision was originally an Avenger, like one of the core Avengers for the longest time. Though I understand why they didn't have him in the movies when the Avengers came out, because Vision's kind of, in the comics, is kind of a little, pretty crazy powerful when you think about it. But maybe I'll talk about that over the course of the game. So let's get some quarters started in here. So I gotta get my calculator out so I can start adding up my quarters. So let's start. All right, come on, game. Let me. Oh, try it again. That's right. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Haha. All right, let's start this bad boy. Who do we start with? Well, let's go with the man in blue himself, Captain America.
Captain America!
And I gotta wait for the timer to go, so let's rush that. By assembling a team of supervillains, Red Skull seeks to conquer the world. He has used his wealth to assemble his evil team. He has used a mind control machine to bring them under his power. Now he controls their every action. Go at once, Avengers! Try to crush his evil scheme! Help! Scene 1. The Avengers!
Avengers assemble!
Yeah, it's even got little, voice things in here. I don't, unlike the console version of the game. Now, there might be some minor issues with, like, sound and stuff like that, so forgive me in this case, but I forgot what the Red Skull's, like, I know what organization works for, Hydra and everything like that, but I'm not going to remember every single... I'm getting beat by the first guy. I shouldn't have taken that much damage. Yeah, Captain America's big thing is, yeah, you can press whatever button to jump, you can attack. There's no other ways, but you can do some other things with the buttons, like you can jump and attack, which Cap will either throw a shield out or a kick. It depends on how high Well, at least I've noticed it depends on how high he is. If he does like a jump kick or he does a shield bash. And if you press both buttons together while he... I forgot if you take too long, the game punishes you, so... Well, yeah, I probably should have been moving. You can do crazy things in this game, like pick up cans and stuff like that and throw it at people. It's so silly, but I guess it's a comic book game, so why not, right? Yeah, you can run up to him, press the attack button. Yeah, take this! Coke Zero my butt! And if you press the buttons together, you can... What's going on here? A robbery? Whirlwind! And we got... Why should it go well? Yeah, see, sometimes the sound might go off a little bit. Yeah, it's against the Living Laser Claw. Clive might remember him as Andy Serkis played him in the second Avengers movie as well as Black Panther. Yeah, he looks a lot different from his movie counterpart, if you know what I mean. I think what Claw does is, yeah, he has that like sonic cannon on his hand, which can like manipulate energy and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not the biggest comic book guy, so I don't remember every single like what every single character would do. So you'll have to forgive me on this one. The only problem with playing with Cap is he doesn't have like a downward laser. If you play like Iron Man or Vision, they actually have a laser attack, so you can actually get a couple of cheap shots by jump attacking instead of yeah. Actually, I shouldn't take that much damage from these two. Anyway, they're out, so apparently these guys are being mind controlled by the Red Skull. Oh, there's Quicksilver. Yeah, sometimes he's not always an Avenger, but usually he is if his sister is in the group, which his sister is Scarlet Witch. For those who are unaware. Oh yeah, you can also do some cool abilities, like if you charge, you can do like a shield bash. At least with Cap anyway, so it gets you a little extra damage. You can also grab and throw him if you get too close to certain enemies. That guy will just keep using his shield, so he'll block everything unless you come up. I just love how you can just grab rocks and stuff and throw them at you. Whirlwind, you fiend! Oh. Yeah, a lot of these enemies I'm not really aware of, so like who they are. I assume they were just made for the game. Because sometimes a lot of companies would make games and they would just throw some of the iconic characters, but for minions they're just like, well, we'll work on this.
You can't escape. You will be the one escaping.
What does that mean? Whirlwind? Anyway, he tried to throw the money at you. For this fight, make sure to grab like all the throwables like as soon as you can, because as soon as you do so much damage to Whirlwind, he'll pick everything up with his. Oh, I've almost beat him already. Dang it. I thought I could maybe do this battle without losing the life, but yeah, I love the thing I do like about this. The thing I like about this game is that the music becomes like.
Still needs your help. Why?
He said why, I think, or something like why. Anyway, all right, let's switch to Hawkeye. But yeah, if you're about to win, you get some heroic music. But I like when it does that stuff. We beat Whirlwind.
Avengers.
Whirlwind's usually a B-tier villain for the most part. Whirlwind's attack was just a setup? Other towns are being taken over? Hurry, Avengers! Okay, well, hurry. You know there's more than just 4 Avengers, right? Scene 2, Target Town. Target Town? Does Target own this place? I wouldn't be surprised. That or Walmart. But anyway, this time we get to fight the Sentinels. Usually, Sentinels are usually X-Men villains, but they every once in a while will attack the Avengers, mainly because the Sentinels are usually like, well, I wouldn't say government officially, but usually underground U.S. government. But usually the government sanctions the Avengers, while the X-Men are not. Yeah, the Marvel universe is kind of weird when you think about it. Oh, here we go. Our first, I think this is our first driving or falling section. That's Wonder Man, I think. Oh yeah. Sorry, it tells you it's Wonder Man. Now, depending on who you play here, they'll either be, if you're playing Tony Stark or Vision, they'll fly. If you're playing as either Hawkeye or Captain America, Captain America will be throwing his shield all over the place, which is silly enough as it is. Hawkeye will just keep using his bow and arrow. Man, must get tiring to use your arrows all the time like that, dude. I think they described that, like, Hawkeye can shoot, like, I forgot how many, he's supposed to be able to shoot, like, his bow, like, I don't know, 50 arrows a minute or something crazy. Like, almost, like, an arrow a second or something insane like that. Which I guess he has to if he's like the only character in the group that... Technically, Hawkeye isn't supposed to have a superpower, but in this game they said he has super sight, which... Well, it's like when Batman doesn't have a power. He has the power of plot armor and being rich, of course. But in this case, I mean, Hawkeye is probably the best archer in the Marvel Universe. Oh, get this. We get the Wasp. Jada Van Dyne is the Wasp. I don't think Ant-Man makes an appearance in this game. What she does is if you press the attack button and the jump button back to back, she'll charge. Oh, well, you're supposed to use it to block the missiles and shoot them at them. Also, she'll absorb attacks if ranged attacks start hitting you. If you don't summon her, yeah, see how she's blocking those laser beams? Yeah, go Jada Van Dyne, the size of a pea. Block all the incoming missiles. You know. And she's always been around for a real time. She didn't become super popular until later on, especially during the... there was an Avengers cartoon a while back. I think it was called Earth's Mightiest Avengers, or Earth's Mightiest or something like that. She was one of the staple characters in that series. I'll kill you all. Giant robot, that's the Sentinel. We know what that is. This guy's pretty easy for the most part. I don't think I've ever died to him. He'll shoot tri-lasers and shoot fists out of his chest. I think that's his chest. I hope to God it's his chest. Yeah, if you can mash the button pretty quickly, you can get the giant robot. The Sentinel. He can also hit you here if you don't. Yeah, so he can grab you if you don't. Should have finished him by now. There we go. Yeah, see, Hawkeye's pretty good. Yeah, people. You know, funny enough, it wasn't until the movies where people ragged on Hawkeye all the time. Like in the comics, he was always I never really saw him as silly. I mean, as a character being with superheroes and he somehow shoots a bow. I mean, Green Arrow's popular in DC, and he's just a man who shoots a bow, you know. So what's the difference? You know? Oh wait, they didn't have a popular popular movie series featuring Hawkeye, you know. Yeah, I haven't really been using my arrows a whole lot. Oh yeah, I haven't even shown my different attacks and everything like that with Hawkeye. Yeah, he jump kicks like Captain America, and then he'll hit you with a bow, which, if it's a composite longbow, those things are pretty sturdy, so that would hurt. There's Quicksilver. Again, he gives you like 30 power or something like that, so nice for the game to give you nice for the game to give you some little extra life. Usually most games don't give you life because, you know, less quarters to take in, so. Oh yeah, I forgot to, well, I can't really pause in this, so. Okay, I'll give it a second so I just need to add another quarter to my thing, so. Who's this now? What the? Grim Reaper?
You came here to die.
Well, not really. This guy's easier if you're Vision or Iron Man. Because you can zap him while he's, Yep, that's Grim Reaper. His big thing is, you know, he has a side for a hand and he can, you know. I'm not familiar with him overall as a villain. I only know the gist of him, basically. But yeah, if you're like Iron Man or Vision, you can just like jump, shoot him with a laser. Oh yeah, he keeps trying to shoot those beams at you, and they home in on you. Yeah, you have to be careful to get like a couple of shots. Ah. Yeah, weirdly enough, this game isn't. Oh yeah, this game has a thing where if you put it in the quarters, you can heal your life, but it's almost better just to. Well, I guess it depends how much it costs to play the machine in your local arcade, because it might be cheaper to put in a quarter instead of just waiting to start a new character, you know. But I don't know. Luckily, in this machine, it's only designed for quarters. So. Yeah, I love the heroic music. I don't know why. I just like how it changes. It's like the Avengers have done it. They're about to win. You know, that type of thing. So. But yeah, this game isn't as cheap as some other arcade games I've played. Usually they'll do as much cheap.
The Avengers.
They'll do as much cheap stuff to like get your quarters from you. So. Grim Reaper has regained consciousness, and Red Skull has commanded him to fight the Avengers to the finish. He looks so confused. I love the art for this. What has the Red Skull planned next? Yeah, I love the art for this. I forgot who the giant samurai dude is. I think he's a villain. But yeah, I don't remember every single villain. And this is at the age before superheroes got super popular. I mean, they were popular to the comic book crowd, and they made for great video games. But it wasn't really till like the X-Men movies that really. Oh, yeah, all right. What does he say when they credit a quarter? Oh, they just. Does he say why or buy? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's play Vision this time. The android, who's like basically the robot version of Martian Manhunter from DC. Oh, I didn't know rocks could stop lasers, go through lasers. Yeah, like Vision, he can like shoot a laser out of his head. He can like turn invisible. He can like go through walls. He's like as powerful as like, you know, more powerful than Captain America. Not as powerful as like maybe like the Hulk or anything like that, but still, he's like Vision's like one of the most powerful members of the Avengers. He was created by Ultron to fight against the Avengers, as well as like I think the original idea was he was supposed to get in close with the Avengers and kind of like, oh, I'm a good guy, haha, you know, I will join your team, and then a Vision had a change of heart after what an evil thing you've done. Beauty superheroes, I'll shut you up for good. Oh, Wizard, that's who that is. God, I forgot that the Wizard looks like that. Yeah, look at that. I could just like jump shoot him. I forgot Wizard's powers. I think he just has like energy manipulation. I used to have, like when I was younger, I actually did used to have like certain collectible cards that had like character villains and stats and hero stats and like what they could do and what their ranks were. But oh, there's Namor. They're in the sea. Thank you, Submariner. Or sorry, thank you, Submariner. Or Namor, depending on which variation. Namor is actually like one of the first Marvel heroes. Actually, he actually predates Aquaman, so it's one of the few times where Marvel had a character that DC copied. Interestingly enough, although I think Namor sounds like a better name than Submariner or Aquaman, but you know, what do I know, right? Namor is usually kind of like an anti-hero depending on your situation. He's either he was first he had his own solo comic, and then he became a kind of a villain to the Fantastic Four for a while because he kept trying to kidnap Sue Storm. That seemed to be a running theme. Thanks for the help, Submariner. Or I'm just gonna call you Namor. I just like that better. Namor kind of looks like an elf or a Vulcan. Uh-oh. All makes sense. Sorry. Mech Taco. What? Yeah, well, this is what happens when your game's made by a foreign company and maybe not translated properly. I mean, you can tell with the line reading. You know, you'll be the one doing the escaping. What? I love it. I just love how terrible it is sometimes. You know, I kind of miss the 80s and 90s of gaming and stuff like that, where before things got perfected, so you get all these like weird translations, line readings and stuff like that. But anyway, there goes Mech Taco. Never heard of it. All right, time to go into the next section, the base. Yeah, too bad there's no like aim enemies or anything like that, or Hydra in this. Oh well. I gotta keep using my laser more often. Oh yeah, if you kill people with Vision's laser, it'll sometimes evaporate the characters. Oh yeah, it's kind of weird to see like Vision, how he walks and how he carries something. Look at that. I don't know, just something silly about the way he carries stuff, you know? Like whether it be a rock or something like that. Thanks, Quicksilver. Why aren't you helping us? You're faster than light, or faster than speed. Unfortunately, you're not as fast as the Flash. I think they like showed stats or whatever that Quicksilver is definitely nowhere near as fast as the Flash is in DC. Although most DC superheroes are almost godlike, really. It's almost unfair to compare like Marvel heroes to DC heroes, just because there's such a power difference. I see your weird reverberation there, Mandarin. Yeah, that's Mandarin. I'm usually used to Mandarin being a bit more greenish and, well, let's just say his skin was not wholesome. Let's just say that. But yeah, he's weirdly an Iron Man villain, which is oddly enough. Maybe it makes sense. The whole tech guy who has to fight something that has magic, you know. His big thing is no, it's not like the movie. It's not like the Iron Man 3 version of Mandarin. Although they tried to backtrack that later on, saying the Mandarin actually existed, but they never tried to go forward with that. Or I think it was based off like a little mini side story where they said Mandarin possibly actually existed, but they never did anything with it. I guess they thought it was too complicated. Mandarin being like a Chinese. I think it actually was Mandarin supposed to be Chinese. I mean, his name's Mandarin, but you know what I mean, like. Anyway, for the, well, I'm not gonna go into that detail. Let's just say a lot of people thought he wasn't kosher for today. But like, he's a comic book villain, you know. Anyway.
America, steel needs your help.
America steals needs my help. You mean Captain America? Why? I don't know why. All right, let's go with Tony Stark, the drunkard himself, Iron Man. You know, interesting enough, before the movie, Iron Man was actually a B-tier hero. Like, You know, although weirdly enough, I always liked Iron Man in the comics and everything like that. I don't know why. I think it's just like he's a snarky jerk who just happens to be. I mean, his personality has changed since because of the.
You cannot beat me.
What's with that laugh, dude? Oh, sorry. Huh. Avengers! The Avengers have located Red Skull's hideout and uncovered his plans to build a secret base on the moon. And to arm it with a giant laser cannon. Yeah, comics, am I right? If his plans are carried out, it will mean the destruction of not only America, but the whole Earth as well. Scene 4, the giant laser cannon. Yeah, I mean, this is comic book as heck, dude. Just trying to take over the moon and putting a laser on it. Reminds me of the episode The Tick with Chairface Chippendale. Who ends up, well, he does shoot a laser into the moon and spells Cha, which is there for the rest of the series, which had like 2 or 3 seasons, I think. Yeah, it was such a fun show. Oh well. I heard there was like a Amazon show that wasn't too bad, but I like the one with Patrick Warburton as Tick as well. Oh well, God, there's a lot of guys here. Anyway, Tony, yeah, his thing is jump and shoot, and then if you're too low, he'll do a punch. Yeah, Tony was always weirdly enough a B-tier hero for the longest time, but actually wasn't until the movies that he became really popular because of Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of him, which it was pretty close to the comic books. They have since modified his character to be closer to, at least in the most modern comic books, to, well actually, no, I think actually by the time the movies came out, I think Tony had died from something. Like someone killed him or something, and so it actually wasn't Tony Stark as Iron Man anymore. But anyway, but when they did bring him back, he became more like Robert Downey Jr.'s version of Iron Man, if I recall. But like I said, I never really read a whole lot of comics to begin with, but when I got older, I even read them less. I don't even read comic books anymore. Nothing against comics, but is that Obey Me or Die? That's the Juggernaut. Does he not look silly? Because, well, I should show up. Actually, I did show up the X-Men arcade game a long time ago. I like that version of portrayal. He doesn't look. I think this is just a case of the game designers like looking at maybe a different model of him, or just like saw a general look of him and go, oh yeah, that's it, or something like that. So, oh well. Yeah, Juggernaut is mainly an X-Men villain, but the reason he's here is because Red Skull has manipulated everyone with mind control. Which, shouldn't Juggernaut be immune to mind control because of the Gem of Sidorak and his helmet is immune to all mental attacks? That's why the way to beat Juggernaut is to take his helmet off. So like Xavier or like Jean Grey can like get into his mind and go, hey, stop, you know, or affect him. So, oh well. Anyway. I don't think the game designers were thinking of that in mind, so I can forgive them for that. Actually, you know, I'm not really bad. I just know random knowledge from. Actually, a lot of my knowledge is from like random games actually, and the cartoons that they had, because I was a big fan of the X-Men cartoon when I was younger. Oh, a lot of people were though. Man, I kind of miss that show. That was actually a really well done show for a kids cartoon. It was actually, when you think about it, it's actually a pretty adult cartoon when you think about it. Just like the themes and everything like that. They even had like a religious episode with like Nightcrawler and Wolverine trying to figure out if there's God or anything like that. You know, and like I said, I thought it was a very mature way of handling that. You know, he never really officially did anything, but you know, he's like, oh, maybe it's there, maybe he believes, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, better than most cartoons. Yeah. You know. Anyway, what was I think the guys or the people who made the cartoon always knew to never talk down to their audience. So.
Where is the laser? Ask the police.
What does that mean? Ask the police, Ultron. Anyway, yeah, Ultron. Actually, he is usually an Avengers villain. I'm surprised he's working for Red Skull. Ultron's usually pretty arrogant, like to work with like a human like Red Skull. I don't know. I guess maybe he affected his programming, but anyway, yeah, Ultron is yeah, it can be dangerous. Yeah, I'm kind of cheesing onto the damn. Oh yeah, I forgot to add another quarter for my. You cheap shot. This might be hard when I get back to like either Hawkeye or because I can't do this cheap jumping shot. This is probably why I always played Tony in the game when I played this at the arcade, because I could just cheap him without like worrying, because the AI is not the best in this game. I like this game, but yeah, the AI in this game is kind of dumb at times. And you know, like I said, I can just cheese moves like with. That's probably why I think when I went to the arcade, I think most people did always play as either Vision or Tony because of the ability to do like jump laser him, you know. Oh, here comes that. Okay, maybe it's not cheap because you can tell where it's coming. I just, haha, take that, Ultron. Oh yeah, I forgot to add that quarter of my calculator.
The Avengers.
For a guy who based it almost in an alternate reality, it was the laser cannon has been completed. There's only a short time before the lasers are set to fire. Hurry, Avengers! Crush Red Skull's plot! Up into space. Scene 5, the end of Red Skull? Maybe. But yeah, for Ultron, a guy who basically destroyed the Earth, and they had to go back in time and fix that in one storyline, gets beaten pretty easily by jump kicking, basically. So, yeah, same thing with the previous area. If you're Captain America, you're throwing a shield. If you're Iron Man, you're shooting his little photon lasers, or whatever they call them in the comic books. I think, yeah, Tony was always my favorite. I don't know why. I think it's just I had a big thing. I was always a big fan of, like, mechs and suits and stuff like that, and I always liked the idea of him having a mech and everything. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to plus that on my thing. Why? Alright, now I can actually show you Captain America throwing a shield. When he throws his mighty shield, Captain America. Or somehow, however the song went. Captain America throws his mighty shield. His shield. Oh, here comes Wasp again. Yeah, thanks for taking the damage, Wasp. Yeah, look at him just like throwing that shield. Man, this guy's a machine. Almost. Well, he is taking the super soldier serum. He is the... From what I understood, I mean, they've probably changed the comics, but what I understood, the super soldier serum was supposed to basically make Captain America like the peak human condition that you could get, like almost athletic, to maybe like a bit beyond, but still. I think that might have changed where he's even stronger than that, but that's how I always saw him. I always saw him as peak human condition, basically. If you were an athlete that could fully control his muscle movement and everything with that. Not the most intelligent man, but a man who... There's the giant laser cannon. Destroy it now! Yeah, just keep throwing your shield on it. You know, Cap does do other things to throw his shield, you know. That's just one of his tricks. Although the fact that Cap has is a master of geometry. I mean, you have to be to, like, be able to throw your shield that accurately to get it to bounce back and like, get a ricochet back to you. I mean, you know how crazy that would be to figure that out in, like, matter of seconds, like when you're throwing it around. Otherwise, you know. But I don't even. I think they just talk about his instinct or whatever. But I would just say he's a master of math. I mean, how else would he figure that stuff out? But you know, we're just bashing on it. Oh yeah, I love the onomatopoeia in this game. For those who don't know what that means when a word sounds like what it is. So like when the game goes bam, whack, whack, kind of like the Batman six. Oh man, I'm sucking at this part. Kind of like the Batman 60s series. Oh, he can't move!
America still needs your help!
I probably should keep playing as Cap just because I didn't play as him as long. But, nah. I always like swatching my characters every time a character dies. Yeah, I might have to cheap it a little bit. Yeah, a couple cheap tricks. There we go. I was hoping to get, like, someone picked up. I don't know. What is it? It looks like a slide to me. Whee! Whee! Alright, anyway. Uh-oh. Skull bones. First. I'm trapped? Uh-oh. Whoops. Control? I'm actually not familiar who they are, actually. They seem familiar, but... Yeah, you fight them and fight the buzzsaws? Oh man, if this ain't a superhero game, I don't know what is. Or a comic book. I mean, I kind of miss the movie. Or I kind of wish the movies were more comic booky at times. Oh well. Yeah, that's best place for the cartoons. Although I've heard there has been a more modern take on the Avengers that Disney did, but I don't know. I don't like that one as much as Earth's Mightiest. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Like I said, maybe nostalgia for the old series. Although Earth's Mightiest wasn't that much the year before, and it seemed like a better cartoon overall. I don't know. I thought it was. Yeah, I got buzzsaws in the back. So. Yeah, I gotta plus that. Okay, back to Vision. Man, I'm losing more lives in the final level than I have the whole game. Almost. Oh yeah, I forgot I could use laser. Oh. Huh. I can't laser him for some reason. I must not be on the same plane or something like that. Oh well. Why don't you walk in all like that? Oh. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Yeah, there's the claw. There's whirlwind. There's Mecha Taco. Whirlwind Sentinel. I don't know why he's called Giant Robot in this game, but alright. And random grasshopper things. There we go. Evaporate. Take this. He's like, no, I'm gonna fix your door. Or whatever, car. I don't know. There we go. He's like, let me go. And I'm like, I'll let you go. To die.
You can go through.
Well, I can go through. Anyways, Crossbones. I don't know why I said Skull. But anyway, yeah, Crossbones. Usually he's a Captain America. Well, I mean, he's Avengers villain, but he usually fights Cap. Usually they have a bit more of a rivalry in the comics from what I remember, but in the movies, not. I mean, there was. Actually, they did an okay job of portraying how they didn't like each other in the movies. Too bad he kind of I mean, for spoilers from the MCU movies, he kind of got taken out almost unceremoniously. You know, he got blown up in the Civil War, so it's kind of like, oh, that's it for Crossbones? All right, whatever. I mean, you can't keep. I mean, for certain series, you can't keep hero villains around all the time. Otherwise, people will always expect them to come back. But I don't know. It seems kind of a bad call to always have your villains get killed off immediately. It's like maybe they could come back for another adventure. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of the movies are kind of final when you think about it. So. Yeah, sorry, Cap isn't here to fight you, Crossbones. It's only Vision, who's supremely more powerful than you are, despite your skills. Oh, I wonder if my character was about to run into the. There you are, Skull. Stop, Red Skull. Bye, Avengers. No matter where you escape to, we'll be right behind you. Yeah, Red Skull, the Nazi who's been living since like forever. I forgot how they explained in the comics how he survived a long time, because Steve survived from basically trapped in ice. And then resurrected later on. Well, that's the later versions of Captain America, because originally Captain America, actually, well, no, I think he was in ice. Never mind. But it was a bit different in the comics when Captain America was created, because the comics have been around since like the 60s or something like that. So Captain America hadn't been like in ice for that long. In modern times, they still keep his story, but it's so much more time has passed between World War II and now, so...
You can't escape!
You'll be the one escaping? It's not over yet. Yeah, I don't know why his, yeah, Red Skull, mainly a Captain America villain, but, what are you doing, Skull? You're just doing, like, some cheap, like, karate chops. What are you? Actually, usually... I'm trying to remember what Red Skull's... I know Red Skull is supposed to be supremely intelligent, but, I think he has something similar to the superhero serum that Cap does, so I think he is physically strong and stuff like that, but that's it? Skull? What the?
It's another trap. You stupid men! We'll teach you the meaning of justice!
That's not how Vision talks, but anyway, it's Mecha Skull. Mecha Skull? Really? Okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah, the Red Skull is a... Yeah, usually he's more of an adventure-like villain type than a straight-up one-on-one fight. But, I noticed they haven't used Red Skull as much in the comics and stuff like that. Probably because he's a Nazi, so... Although later on they just say, oh, he's actually not a Nazi. He's actually like he's Hydra or he's worse. I don't know. Whatever. Come on, Tony. Finish. Actually, I probably should have played his Cap to finish off Red Skull's Mecha Skull or whatever. Oh well, whatever. We're about to beat him. Epic music, play! I don't think Mecha Skull's ever made an appearance in any of the comics. I think that's just something they made. Oh, he has Whirlwind's ability. I think the idea was maybe he was supposed to like be a culmination of all the villains we fought, because there's a Grim Reaper's like ball thing like that charging up here. Oh well, whatever. It's so cool. Mech against mech. Who will win, the drunkard or the Nazi man? I don't know. What's a jump beam to win? Haha, we beat you, Red Skull, at your own game. Oh, wait, not your own game. We beat you. Huh? What you doing? What's going on? What the? Well, good rinse, bad rubbish. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we gotta get out of here. But I have a suit that can fly. I don't... Yeah, why couldn't we play as Wonder Man? Anyway, whatever. I forgot Wonder Man's abilities, though. I think he just has general flight, super strength, and all that, but... job well done. Time to go home. Wow, that didn't take me very many quarters at all, actually. Yep, seeing just trying to escape the moon. Wait, did the moon blow up? Or is it just the base on the moon? Hope that doesn't ruin the lunar tide. Nah, probably fine. Thanks to the brave and valiant efforts of our heroes, the Avengers, Red Skull and his evil plan was crushed, and the world could once again breathe easily. But for the Avengers, the battle doesn't end here. Wherever evil exists in this world, they must confront it. Wow. Good to know that the Avengers are always going to be there. In the name of justice, Avengers, unite! Huh? What's that off in the background? Yeah, it's probably just a meteorite or something like that. Although, as far as I'm aware, they never made a sequel to the actual arcade cabinet, so... Well, then again, you could always see it as just the typical villain getting away to fight another day, so... Yeah, the thing about superhero comics was always trying to keep the status quo, you know. But that's fine. And our heroes drive off in the distance, so... And that's it for Captain America and the Avengers. A pretty easy arcade game, actually, for the most part. Not very long, although most arcades are... Technically, if you play through pretty efficiently, you can beat most of them within the hour. I actually wasn't timing this, so I think I beat this a lot faster. Now I said I only died like, what was it, 6 times or something like that? Or 5 times? Unless I... Oh. No, I think I died more than that, actually, because I think I forgot to add that last little thing. I'll have to go through the video again just to make sure I check it often, because... Wait, I got to Iron Man, who is... Let's see. I think I did 1 full rotation, because I started with Cap. Huh. Now I have to go through the video again just to make sure, because I actually... There near the end, I kind of stopped paying attention because I was trying to win, so I was like, forgot when I died, so... Well, I'll add at the very end. I think I only died like 6 times or something like that. That was pretty... I probably could have done a little bit better. I got cheap shot a couple of times, but oh well. But yeah, so why are they not flying through their the Avenger car or whatever? I forgot what they called it in the comics originally. Obviously, what we're seeing here is not the same Avengers nowadays anymore. This is basically 80s, 90s version of Avengers, and obviously that changes every so often depending if they want to change stuff up every once in a while. But well, anyway, this is what I grew up and this is what I enjoy. Oh, the Rainbow Avengers, huh?
The Avengers!
Anyway, now Captain America, apparently he's an illustrator. Iron Man, the inventor.
Captain America!
What was Vision again? An adventurer?
Iron Man!
Hawkeye was just a bodyguard.
Vision!
Yeah, some of the audio is a bit off, so...
Hawkeye!
Oh yeah, and even talks about Quicksilver, Wonder Man. Yeah, some of the audio is running a bit weird, so Wasp, Janet Van Dyne. I forgot who I don't know a whole lot about Wonder Man, but Submariner almost did nothing during that thing. Like I think he went through and attacked some guys, but that was it. So, there's the crew, all in their regular outfits. Oh no, those are just regular people. The end. I still like this game, but yeah, it is pretty easy.
Avengers.
It's pretty easy, a little repetitive. Some of the music is okay. There's a few cool scenes, but get to the not that it really matters. But I've only got 23 seconds. Better get my initials. I'll just do ball. Yay! I wonder how I compare to all the other heroes.
No matter how strong the forces of evil may be, the Avengers will be there.
Oh man, that just brings out the kid in me when you think about it. Haha, I beat you, Ito! With your 1 coin. Oh, it says 8 coins. Okay, there you go. That tells me. So I was off by. I must have stopped counting at one point. So 8 coins, huh? That's $2. So that's not bad at all. I'm a superhero. Try again, Hawkeye, because you're the worst Avenger. No, actually, I don't know who the worst Avenger is. There was a random kid character that was like part of the group who was technically an Avenger. He would probably be the worst. But anyway, yeah, I like this game. But yeah, it's definitely not the best arcade cabinet out there. And the game version of it is, or the console version of it is a lot, well, I would say worse, but it does have some of the bombastic sound effects and stuff like that as an arcade version. But let's see, Steve Rogers, health 140. What does that mean? Picked for the experimental super soldier project during World War II. Trained to become a one-man army. A combat expert. His special skill is his shield throwing ability. Yeah, I mean, what hero before Captain America? Like, what hero threw a shield? I mean, it seems silly, but it works for comic books. But I'm actually kind of surprised they used Tony for the arcade. Maybe it's because he made for a better game experience on that, because, like I said, he was a B-tier hero. But I guess maybe the Japanese company liked the look of Tony Stark, so they decided to use him, and they needed a couple of flying units or flyer characters in the Vision or whatever. So anyway, yeah, I still like this game despite all its flaws. Like I said, it's just a bit of nostalgia there. So well, I hope you enjoyed watching my, how many coins, and in this case 8 coins. I like that the game took tally of that for me. So, and I'll let I guess I'll just end it here. So thanks for watching, and oh yeah, I recorded this for the 4th of July, yet I didn't talk anything about the 4th of July. But yeah, what a way to celebrate the birthday of your nation by blowing a piece of it up, folks. So have a happy 4th of July, and thanks for watching, folks.
The Avengers.